Should be good to go now. Let's see. Yep, we're good. All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another RSG Lunch Stream. I'm Ranger J 1999, your host at the most, and glad to have you guys here as we do another one of our lunch streams where we hang out with you guys for the next hour and a half, however long we go, where we're going to do roster review. I will suffer through depression. By depression, I mean mod depression, and also we'll answer your questions. And if you have questions, all you need to do if you're new to the show is put question in front of your statement. That helps us with Nightbot to help me scoop up your questions. So if you have questions, go ahead and get those into the chat. Make sure you put question in front of your statement. But glad to have you guys here. All my skewers out there unite. If you are in the chat, please say hello, say something, hi, howdy, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be, and we will shout you out here in a minute or so. A couple side notes. We've got Vader's Cup of Plenty in the center there. If you would like to donate, feel free to. We've got Super Chat available to support the content. Every time you donate, subscribe, all that stuff shows up, and when you donate, stuff falls from the air into Vader's Cup of Plenty. So if you would like to help support the channel and fill Vader's Cup of Plenty, please do. Everything we get goes back toward the channel to continue making great content for you guys and getting that content out there. Also, make sure you give us a thumbs up and subscribe, and also follow us on Twitch and subscribe on Twitch. Now, the schedule for today is we will do the lunch stream, and then right after that, I'm going to set up an event for YouTube for the GAC finals. We are in the finals again, and we're going to be doing our battles. Again, the GAC we use as more of a learning tool, talk about the counters and things that we're working on and things that we're using, things of that nature. So if you haven't seen one of our GACs, please do. Please come and watch. It'll be a lot of fun, and you'll really learn a lot from it. If you haven't checked out our Patreon, please do. We'll discuss all the Patreon stuff here in a little bit. Joining me today, of course, we have our band of merry friends. We've got Grim the Mechanic.
How's it going?
Hey. And then we have also Michael W. Huntington III from her Royal Majesty's Gaming Service, who is a little busy at the moment, but he should be here in a few minutes. He's just getting home and getting off work and getting situated. So there you go. So that's kind of how everything works. So get your questions in, say hi. Let's kick this show off. Let's kick this pig, and let's do this. So let's see what we got. We got the best human being on the planet, Rose Taco, here with the wave. Hello, Rose. Revenator's here with the wave. He says, "Dang, RSG has a really dedicated thumbs down fan out there somewhere to show up 20 minutes early." Well, yeah, it is what it is. They just dislike us and they give us a thumbs down, so it's all good. Dr. Feelgood, he's the one that makes you feel all right, says, "Good day to everyone." Good day to you, Dr. Feelgood. Yuta says, "Hello, awesome people. Able to make it today. How is everyone?" We're doing good, Yuta. How are you doing, my friend? Glad to have you here. Waffle Dolphin is here. He says, "Good morning, everyone." Good morning to you, Waffle. Foreigner says, "Hello, everyone." Hello to you, Foreigner. Dr. Gonzo 8 says, "Howdy." Hello, Dr. Gonzo 8. John Pritchard says, "Afternoon from the UK." Glad to have you here, John Pritchard. Helenix says, "Good afternoon, RSG crew and everyone else in chat." Hello, Helenix. Oh, the lovely Ouchie Dumplings here. She says, "Hola, lunchers. Here comes the rooster." Oh, yeah. Rooster says, "I'm waving at ya. Driving through downtown Atlanta." God dang it. Good luck to that, brother. Good Lord. Downtown Atlanta, no matter when you drive, the traffic is poop. Let's see here. Spider with the wave. Slappy Head says, "Hi, all." CBO 97 says, "Good morning, RSGers." Good morning to you, sir. Sword of the Jedi says, "Hi, all," with some firecrackers in with the emojis. I like it. Or explosions, whatever we want to look at it. Brandon Kotu says, "Hello, everyone." Hello, Brandon. Lady Pool Panda is here. She says, "Hey, RSG crew." Hi, Lady Pool Panda. Darth Vader 87 says, "What's up, Ranger?" What's up with you? What's up with you, homie? Who question mark times 3 says, "Good." Just says, "Morning." Hey, morning to you there, laddie. Matt Bailey says, "Gracias and gracious good morning, gentlemen." Matt, thank you for being here. Thank you for that. Briarius Aegon says, "Hello, everyone." Hey, Briarius. Let's see. Guzzabuzza's here. He says, "Hello." Hello, Guzzabuzza. Who else we got in here? Got a lot of people. Let's see what we got. It flipped, so I have to go back and where I was to see who I missed. Proper Catch is here. He says, greetings and salutations, everyone. Hello, Proper Catch. Start of the Jedi. LITPH for the thumbs down. Well, that's all I can say. Sean Ryan says, good afternoon, all. CBO97 says, how's your back, Ranger? It's better. It's a lot better. It's not as painful. There's still a little bit of pain there, but it's slowly going away. It's just what happens. It goes out, I rest a couple days, it goes away, and then I'm back to my old chipper self, like I always am. So, and I miss anybody? DPK's in there. Says hi. He says, so we got DPK there and Mrs. Poole. So we got the combo package in the chat. Scorpio30 says, RSG crew. Hello now, ladies and gentlemen. Hello now, ladies and gents. How are you? Ready to rock? Yes, we are. Glad to have you here. Anybody else that I miss? I think that's everybody I could see in the chat. So if I missed your name, just say hi. I'll try to catch you as we go along. It is what it is. So there we go. All right. So if you're new to the show, you know that I'm continuously working on trying to get mods, and it's an ugly thing. And today we will continue this epic journey of Ranger J 1999 suffers through mod depression. I think that's all we have to do. What is this? Lady Pool says, DPK is playing State of Decay and listening. He's lame. We'll go over there and punch him in the face. No, don't do that. You'll get in trouble, and then, I don't want that. Don't do that. Let's see here. Let me see. We're going to go...
Well, what you do is you walk up behind him, slap him upside the head, and say, why can't you look at porn like regular guys?
No, don't do that. Get out of here, Graham. Why would you even say that? Get out of here.
It's true.
It's not true. Get out of here. So we'll filter by only on the side mods. Speed set. Now, the good news is I rolled some of those mods we got yesterday. And the threes didn't really turn out to do anything, so I got rid of them. But we did have one that got to a speed 13, Grim. So I'm hoping for... It's purple, but I'm hoping for big things out of this mod. Because we've hit speed 3 times. So I'm going to try to see if I can get the slice materials to make this happen. So let's go there and do this. We'll do this. Okay, we got those. We just got to get the other slicing materials, because this could be a big mod for us. Just saying, it could be a very big mod for us. All right, no, I'm not spending 400 crystals. Let's do this. We'll use some crystals to get some of this material that we need. Let's see, 9. Well, let's do it again. See, come on, there we go. All right, we're gonna go slice this monogram. Here we go. All right.
I'm a little concerned if Ranger gets another speed 20 on stream, he might have a heart attack. His back gave out,
Well, I won't feel it really.
Apart at the seams.
Yeah, I mean, the pain will just mask the other pain. So, I mean, let's not get our hopes up. Let's just be real. We'll see what happens. But I'm not really thinking that this is going to happen. So, yeah. So, don't get your hopes up. Hey, RSG Vormax says, hello, boys and girls. He says, Ranger J 99 here, 99. I'm here to boost your luck. Now, get those speed rolls. We're going for it. We're going to go in. We're going to go in fast and loose, as old Urs would say.
Yeah, fast and loose.
Mm-hmm.
It's time to rock out with your... Out.
Yes. All right, so here we go. We're going to go for the slice. Here we go. Come on. No. Be the mod. No. Jesus Christ. Every time, Grim. Every time there's a goddamn defensive stat on these goddamn mods, it hits the goddamn speed.
You might need to give up on ones that have speed on them and defense, because they'll always roll defense.
I mean, CG, what's wrong with you?
That might be the algorithm. If it's got defense on it, it's not going to roll speed.
Glad that you've kind of experienced that, because I must admit, even if I see a nice mod in the shop, in the store, if it's got defense as a secondary stat, I will pass on it now, because the alarming amount of time that defense rolls is just wrong.
99.9% of the time, it rolls defense.
Yeah.
Just when you need it the most. I would have been happy if that hit just 4 speed. But nah. It had to hit.
Hey, that could be a question you ask for them for the Q&A session, Ranger.
Why they suck? Why they suck?
Always roll defense.
No, they would.
It's meant to be random, and yet defense seems to roll more often than any other stat.
And then I would say, what is the % chance of actually hitting speed on a mod?
It should be equal.
It's not equal. We all know it's not equal. And if they were to sit there and say, "Oh, it's an equal opportunity," I'd be like, "You are a lying piece of garbage."
Mm-hmm.
I have tens of thousands of hundreds of hours of me rolling mods on this damn stream to prove otherwise, with lots of other people that will say the same thing. So
you talk to your mother with that mouth?
Yes, all the time, actually. Obi-Wan Jabroni says, "Hello there." I like that name. Jabroni.
Good name.
That's a good name. All right, I don't even want to dick with mods anymore today. That's depression. Oh God, that was you get all your hopes up. You're thinking, I just need one more hit for speed, just one more hit, and it F's us. God bless America. All right, let's just get off this nonsense and go do let's go do our roster review today. Yeah, let's go do that. Let me see here. We can get to pull this information up. Should be there. There it is. And let's flip over.
Finley John's profile.
Finley John.
From Wardens of the Old Order.
That's right. Why is this not...
That's a good guild name right there.
Why is this not showing? Oh, there it is. Alright. It took it a minute to register, but we got it to work. So, Finley John says, my main aim is GAC. Okay. I will add my current offense and defense teams to my Swagaga page, as I would love your insight into these. I also wanted some advice on mods just to check I have my characters modded correctly. I'm currently working on Geo Brood, Duca, basically the Separatists. My next Gear 13 is probably Old Daka to improve Night Sisters for GAC, but any advice on this would be great. The aim for Gear 13 is to improve my GAC. Lastly, any holes in my roster I need to work on. We can do that. This is a great roster already. I can already tell you folks that this is a 4.7 million GP roster. We can see that he's got the Darth Revan team rocking and rolling, and he's doing great in Fleet. So he's got what he needs to kick ass. So let's just go through his teams one by one for GAC and talk about any weaknesses or anything like that, and then we'll take it from there. So we'll start from the top and just work our way down. All right, bounty hunters look fantastical. So we've got the Double Zeta boss. He does have Django fed at 7 stars, but let's check the speed on his boss. That's one thing I always want to look at when I look at a bounty hunter team. 276, pretty solid speed. Now, if you're not running Django lead, even with the 276 boss, you still run the risk of being troopered or JTR'd. One of the reasons why people run Django lead is it adds 30 speed to boss, and it kind of keeps those two teams off the board, because especially since you have the double Zeta, what happens is if JTR is not going to go first, boss is going to taunt. Even if JTR goes second, she's not going to be able to remove the taunt, and that allows your 4 heavy hitters to do their AoEs, and then you're off to the races. Also keeps it from being troopered. You can see Starks at or near 300 or higher, or usually they're around 250 to 270 speed. They get 20 from Veers, but if your boss is 300 plus, they're not going to outspeed the bounty hunters. Thus, bounty hunters go off first, and then you're off to the races again. So I would say definitely work on your Django fed. Get him to gear 11, put him in the team. And you've got Greedo. You can run with Greedo. The better piece for that is Zam, because of her AoE. She does thermals, and her other abilities are pretty damn good, and she hits really hard.
If you want to see what Zam can do, Ranger, what was it, about a week ago?
4 defenses.
Well, that and your CLS exploded.
Yeah. Well, that was Greedo. That wasn't Zam. That was one of those freak things where CLS just died from thermals. I was like, oh. For the first time in, I think 100 matches, 99 times I'm going to win, but that one is where CLS explodes, and you're like, okay, wasn't expecting that. That was weird. It's just one of those things where just the thermals, there was those 3 thermals. So it just took him out. I was like, God dang, what was in those thermals? Crazy. But, RNG, it must have crit, and then times 2 times crit and took out my CLS. I was like, wow, that's some crazy damage on the thermals. But yeah, work on your Django Fett. I think that'll round out your Bounty Hunter team. And this is a team on GAC that you always place on defense. I mean, some people use it on offense. It can be, but it's a better defensive team. It regenerates health and protection. It's a pain in the ass. And we'll see when my GAC, when I do it mine after this today, that you'll see why I use Bounty Hunters where I do and make it a living nightmare. Now, CLS can still kill it, but I'd rather CLS be used on my Bounty Hunters than some of the teams on Backwall. You have to think strategy here. So we've got Bounty Hunters. Let's go to your first order.
Well, not to mention, Django can be used pretty much with any scoundrels as a leader, because his 30 speed...
Oh, yeah. You can throw Nest in there. You can throw Nest in that team and really make it ridiculous. I mean, the Django lead just does so much for the scoundrels in general. So, yeah, I've seen people, especially in TW, we'll see Bounty Hunters, but we'll see Nest in there, and it's not pretty.
A 337 speed Nest.
Yeah. I mean, my boss gets 323 speed. If I put my Nest in there, she'd be in the 300s. I don't know what it would be at, but, I mean, that's a ridiculous team. Plus, Nest will help with the AoE on that team. So instead of Zam, you put Nest in there, and then, you're going to get the payout even faster. But she's not a bounty hunter, so... so you have to think about that. I prefer Zam than Nest, and I like Nest on offense. That's why you don't do it. Your first order's okay. We're missing some Zetas from here. First order Stormtrooper's not done. If you're going to place this team, it would be a backwall defensive team. Simply for the fact is you don't have the Zetas on first order Stormtrooper or Kylo Ren. Stormtrooper is a key component of that with his assist and health regeneration and stuff. So if you're going to use this team, you can use it on offense to go face a Karth team. It's totally fine. You have the 2 Zetas on Kylo, which is what you need, but you're missing the tank aspect, so you can still take out a Karth team, but it's going to be a little bit difficult. You do have Executioner, so if you want to use this on offense, you can. If you want to use it on defense, put it in the back wall. Your Ewoks, let's talk about the Ewoks. Ewoks are an amazing offensive team. They are not an amazing defensive team. If you put Ewoks on defense, if you have to, put them in the back line. But they're not going to get you any holds. If anybody has a really solid Nest, I've done it time and time again against Gear 12 Zeta Ewoks. My Nest just wrecks the living crap out of them. It's just what she does. Nest can do that to a lot of teams like Rogue One, the Ewoks, Phoenix. So if you're going to use Ewoks, use them on offense. They can take out a lot of teams on offense because you're controlling them. The AI does some stupid dumb things with them. They're just too complicated for the AI to figure out, okay, we should do this, attack this person. Unlike you, the human player that does know that, and that's why it makes Ewoks really effective on offense. So keep this for offense on a team. You can add, I've added Wampa to the Ewoks or 3PO, and then they really become ridiculous. Especially Wampa. You just keep calling assisting Wampa. Oh my god. I took out a fully Gear 12 First Order team with my Ewoks. And they're on Gear 11, 10. But my Wampa was 12. I'm like, Wampa, go forward and crush. And that's what he did. And it was awful for them. Let's see here. So First Order, let's see here. Your Galactic Republic's probably solid, very, very solid, just like mine. Your Padme's Gear 12. Mine is not, but that's still... this team is for offense. Can take out so many teams. Jesus. The Galactic Republic is ridiculous. They can kill Darth Revan and down. Galactic Republic is a stupid team, man. Against Geonosians, someone's, every time the Geonosians are getting called out to assist, they're adding protection to this team. So if you need a team to take out Geos, if you're really struggling, use GR. Because all the Geos are doing is they're just basically adding protection. more and more protection to the damn team. And when the GR team goes, it's over. They are ugly, stupid, ridiculously good.
I'm not seeing Shock T.
That's all right. He doesn't have Shock T. Maybe he hasn't farmed it. And that's okay. So, not to worry. So, but yeah, this is a great offensive team. Really, really good. You can use the kill so many teams. It's ridiculous. And yours is perfect. I still haven't found any holes in your teams yet. Imperial Troopers. Solid. Let's see what the speed of your Stark is. That's the most important thing.
There's another one.
255. Yeah. What's that?
His range trooper. If he's looking for characters to,
Yeah, range trooper on the Imperial Trooper team is really, really nice. Now I've got mine 7-star like yours, gear 9, but I've been focusing so much gear on the Separatist that I eventually will go back and get range trooper to at least 11 so I can use him. He's a great piece to add.
It makes taking the bounty hunters out considerably easier. Because he adds all the assists and the counter attacks.
Yeah. So now your Stark's a little slow. He's 255 speed. Now he gets 20 from the Veers lead, so it puts him about 275. There's some teams you can use with this, but you have to look. You have to look into what their bounty hunters. This is a great bounty hunter killing team. I tell people all the time with Veers, Stark, Death Trooper, Shore Trooper, Snow Trooper. I take out bounty hunter teams all the time, especially with that our boss lead. I even took one with the Jenga lead because they didn't have any speed on their characters. Like, well, okay, because once the death ball rolls on the troopers, they're almost nay impossible to stop. Because once they get that, if they go first, they're going to put out incredible damage, especially if you have them gear 12. The bayonets on Death Trooper and Snow Trooper, I've one-shotted a nest. It's on the GAC with using a death mark hit because it's going to do a lot of damage. It basically one-shot their nest. I was like, God dang, I forgot about that bayonet does damage for Death Trooper. Snow Trooper is your machine gun. He's constantly going 35,000 a hit, constantly hitting. And whether they're stealth or not, they're taking some serious damage. So the troopers, once that ball gets going, it's pretty bad because Death Trooper's going to throw his grenade. They're going to lose all their abilities. So it's pretty nice. So maybe think a little bit more speed on your Stark, but other than that, your troopers are good. Think about eventually taking Snow Trooper to 12 and get him the bayonet and work on your range trooper. Let's go to the next team. Your Jedi, nothing more to say here. Look, Jedi at Revan. Yeah, okay, we're good. Moving on. This is team. You can use whatever you want. Offense, defense, it doesn't really matter. Your Night Sisters, always a team. Yours are sick. We need to get your Spirit up. Spirit needs to be gear 11. Put that on the team. Spirit is a nightmare to deal with, especially when you get her to 12. Mine's 12. Man, she hits hard. She does extra
13,
damage.
She's insane.
Yeah. Now your first gear 13 you're going to do on Daka. Perfect choice. She gets a ton of health. I think your gear 13 choice for Daka is totally. I like it, and I think it's a good move. So if you can get your Daka to gear 13, go for it. It really makes her ridiculous. But add your Spirit to this team. The Spirit on this team, especially when you get her to like 12, she hits hard. She hits really hard. Because when she has Foresight on, she does extra damage. So her stuns between Daka and Spirit, doing their attacks, you could stun like a team. Even on defense. This is why this team on defense is such a pain in the ass. The only really effective counter is Traya. And Traya, because Traya can isolate and the plague and the stuns go away on the Traya team. Other teams can work against them, but yeah. So there you go. All right, but I usually use this on defense, and I like to put it in the back as a nice little surprise, Old Republic, this team that you can use up front, makes them waste a resource, a good team to beat it. You've got the pieces, you've got the Zetas on the three main characters, but there's Karth, Mission, and Zalbar. Jahani's great on that team, so it's Canderous. Take Canderous up to 12. He does a lot of crazy damage, and you got to remember every time they put a dot down, which this team does a lot, they all regenerate health and protection every time it does damage. So this team is fantastic. It can be countered easily, but again, we want them to be wasting on this is a team I use in the front line because I want them to have to waste a really good team. Mine's super modded well and geared well. Mine are all geared 12, and I've had it hold on defense, and it gets me defenses a lot of times, which ruins their plans because you have to use a good team against this, or you're gonna get crushed. All right.
One he might want to look into is possibly T3M4 as well, because that he does. The General Grievous team with T3M4 is
pretty nasty.
Not to be messed with.
No.
I mean, holy crap. I mean, once you kill something and Grievous goes, your entire team is dead.
Pretty much. All right. Let's see. Hello, Nev. Nev sent some people here. Andreas Carl said a bit late, but we are here. Sent by Nev after his stream. Did Nev win? Did he do his GAC and win? If not, you're out of the family, Nev. Let's see here. Rebels are offense. Don't put them on defense. You can, but they're just too easily countered. But they're so great. CLS is that one team that can kill anything. It's like, what do I want to use CLS for? And you can usually use it. Let's see here. Your scoundrels look great. How are we doing for the Kira Stahl team? We have Kira, we got Vandor, we got L3. You could go a couple routes with this team. You could put Stormtrooper Han and Young Han in your team. That's a great team in the back line to use as a placeholder. It's a really tough team to get around. Now, the team that I'm eventually that I'm going to be using next GAC, I couldn't use this one because it hasn't updated, but I've got my Young Lando and my Young Han to Gear 11. So I'm taking Stormtrooper Han out there, and I'm going more prepared team. So I'm going to try that team out for you guys and see how it does. But it's a backline team that I like to make people's life hell with by putting down there with Kira Vandor. You got to have the Zayt on Vandor, L3, which yours is 12, and then Young Han, Young Lando. Just need them at 11. They'll still kick ass. So
I ran into a very interesting Kira team. This dude was using Kira Lead, of course, L3, Vandor, Young Lando, and IG-88.
I could see it.
A Zeta IG-88.
Yeah.
And it was so freaking strong because Young Lando, every time IG-88 was not stealth, Young Lando was like, oh, here, have a card. Stealth IG-88. I couldn't get to him. And IG-88 kept on, like, blowing my team away. It was an unexpectedly strong team.
So that gives you some ideas for another team you can use for Scandal. Keep your nest for offense. As I said, keep your nest for offense and use it for those anytime they put weak teams down. She's really good on offense. Really can help you out in a lot of ways. Resistance, again, this is a offensive team. You can use them to clear bounty hunters. You can use them to clear first order. They can do a lot of stuff. So keep your JTR for offense. They're not very good on defense. Your separatists. Your Grievous, especially at Gear 13, you can use Grievous in a couple ways. You can use it for offense to go after a Darth Revan. You can use him on defense. I like to put him on defense myself, make their life hell. The other thing is you can use the bugs on defense as well. The Geonosians, which you've got Brood Alpha along with the other Geonosians 12 and 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, and your Grievous team is really solid. I like to use Newt Gunray in that team instead of IG Magna Guard. I've gotten a lot of defense with Grievous on that team with Newt Gunray in there. It's really a pain in the ass, but you can go with Magna Guard as well. It doesn't really matter. But those are two teams you can put in the back wall, or you can use the front wall, however you want to do it. But they're really good on defense. You can use the Grievous team for offense. You can use the bugs for offense. Bugs on offense to kill Night Sisters. We'll wreck them.
The Geos are a very, very fun team under Brood Alpha.
Yep. So Sith Empire, we'll go to Sith after this. Sith Empire look great. Again, I'm not seeing any weaknesses on your teams so far, Finley.
Oh, I do see one. No Zeta on Fallen Bastila.
Yeah, we need a Zeta on Fallen Bastila. That's a priority. I mean, her Zeta for the lead, forget about the foresight, it's the other stuff she adds with the potency and things of that nature.
Potency.
It's a huge boost, and you don't want to sneeze at it. But this is a team, I always put my Darth Revan on defense. It's super modded. It's really good, especially if you have a Gear 13 team like this, because I know I can beat any Revan that they put on defense with my team. So, yeah. So you think about that I always put in the front and make their life hell. Now your other Sith are for offense. You've got a couple teams you run there. You run the Triumvirate, and you can use them against Night Sisters. You can use them against Geos, but Geos is Trey and Scion. Probably, depending on the level of the Geos, but they'll kill themselves. Basically, we've seen Urz and some other people use it. The other team that you can use is Palpatine Vader in an Empire team. Really good against Karth. Good against a lot of teams. You can use this team too. I usually go Palpatine, Vader, Thrawn with like Tarkin and a tank, and it just wrecks because They just so control the board with their turn meter manipulation, things of that nature. So yes. What is IC Memes doing? Yeah, I don't know what he's up to. Oh, thanks. Someone got him. Good. Time him out. No, he did. Okay, good. So yeah, that's your teams are really good. It's just pieces here and there. There's a Zeta here. You know, we talked about each of your teams where you can use them, things that you can work on. Really, it's up to you, Finn, what you want to do with your teams and who you want to work on. You've done a fantastic job with your teams. We talked about all your teams, where you can use them and their strengths and weaknesses. Where you go first, it's up to you. It doesn't really matter. Just pick one area. Like, say if you're going to first order, then round out your first order team. If you're going to go Imperial Troopers, then round out your Imperial Trooper team. But hyper-focus and get them squared away. Hi, Maz Kanata. I see you waving there, young lady. Hi, Maz. But yes, I don't see. Other than that, I mean, those are the small little things. You have a great roster. Looks really solid. I didn't see anything. Some speed stuff. We can work on some of the characters that I mentioned, like working on your Jenga to get them geared, some of the other characters. But I think if you do that, it'll round out your roster even more and make you even more effective in GAC. So there you go. Let's see here. We want to look at his mods because that was the other thing that he wanted to look at. Let me see here. Filter by speed. All right. Yeah. Yeah, you're fine. Oh my God. Holy Christ. Yeah. Mods.
I see a problem.
What?
He's got a purple arrow he hasn't had sliced yet.
Well, I mean, let the world end.
Holy crap. Nice
this
set of mods,
is
man.
Ridiculous set of mods. Yeah, you're fine. I don't even have anything to say, man. That is ridiculous set. Look at this. Jesus Christ. That is unbelievable.
Ooh.
This is one of the better sets of mods I've seen in a
Thane
while.
Kyrell donated $2. Thanks for everything last few days, Ranger.
Yeah, he said Sidekick Ranger, but it's okay. You're welcome, Thane. God damn.
Dude.
Which means we got stuff dropping from the air. Let's see what it is. Oh, it's those Twinkie-fed porgs that Finn likes to keep all round and fat. So here they come in the cup. There is some fluff in the cup. Let's see what happens. And, oh, we have some liftoff. One of the Shamrock. Okay, we got some good liftoff. Some of the contents of the cup was exploded it out. I don't have anything to say about your mods. That is one of the best mod inventories I've ever seen. They're on the right characters.
Like, share some of your luck, dude.
Yeah, can you give me some of that? My God.
Got a plus 27
yeah,
speed
he's got 1, 2,
and 3 plus 26s.
Yeah, there's nothing to. Yeah, yeah. We're good. No, I don't have nothing to say. You're fine. They're on the right characters. I mean, that's ridiculous. That's one of the best mod sets I've ever seen. So that was the mods. You're fine. Keep doing what you're doing, brother. You know what you're doing, and they're on the right characters. I mean, the only mods that I talked about was when I was looking at your roster for those certain characters that need better speed on them. Eventually you want to get your boss got a little bit higher speed, especially with Django lead. So work on that. I mean, we've already covered all that stuff already. So I really have nothing else to offer you, brother. We went through all your GAC teams where you can use them, give you some ideas and some teams to work on, and who needs speed and mods and things of that nature. Pretty much looking at the characters and the mods you have on them. Jesus Christ, I got nothing, man. Yeah, I would want to show off too. If I had this roster, I'd never leave the house. I'd just leave my GG page open on the stream.
If I had those mods, I'd want to show them off as well. I mean, oh, wow. Of course, then again, I probably, quit the game because I used up all my luck.
Yeah.
Well, now we know where your luck's gone, Ranger, right?
Well, I'm glad somebody got it, because it sure in the hell ain't me, man. Oh my god, these mods are incredible. So, yeah, there you go. Good lord. Bastila, which makes sense. Darth Revan, Jedi Knight Revan. I mean, they're all the right characters.
Actually, I wonder.
Yeah.
What are the speeds on his freaking Darth Revan 333?
Oh, is that all?
Fallen Bastila 322.
Oh, that's not fast.
Darth Malak 286.
Oh, wow. The game's over.
HK 230. So, I mean, 333 Darth Revan. Wow.
Yeah. Well, I have nothing else to offer. Anything else you guys want to say about this account? Okay, so Finley, thank you for letting us look at your roster. Incredibly good roster. Take some of those key points for your GAC, for your teams, and round them out a little bit more, and I think you'll be in a really, really better spot than you are right now, man. Fantastic job on the characters you worked on and the sets. It's just a phenomenal job, man. I have nothing but good stuff to say about your account. Work on the stuff that we kind of mentioned, and you'll be good to go. Yeah, I am too, Moz. So glad that team is not in my arena shard. Yeah, I would just be like, you win. Have fun. No, I wouldn't do that. I would fight it out, so.
Well, that would be one of the ones, hey, dude, my payouts in a little bit can you remove your mods?
Yeah. Can you get rid of the mods? All right, so now if you would like a roster review like we just did for our good friend Finley John, who's in the Wardens of the Old Order, shout out to your guild again. All you need to do is send your GG page to Finity, Finity, in the Discord, and just put a little bit of a message of what you want him to do. Give him a day or two to respond. And who says, oh wait, we just got a donation. 10 euros from John Pritchard, I think this is his account, says, thanks so much for the review. Gives me confidence I'm doing the right thing. Learned so much from you guys over the years. Sir, it is our pleasure. And I'm glad to see that our advice and stuff has helped you out tremendously. You've done a fantastic job, brother. I am super impressed.
And it's real currency.
That's right. That's not Canadian money, eh? That's euros, eh?
Nah, that's pounds. British pounds.
Pound sterling.
Pound sterling, hey. But yes, if you would like it, so send it to Finn. Give him a day or two to respond. If he doesn't respond right away, just send him another message. He will respond eventually and let you know that you're in the queue. And it's about a 3 to 4 week wait. And then when your time comes around, he'll schedule a date and time so you can watch like a good friend John Pritchard does, which is Finley's account. And we will let you be on live. If you'd like to join us on the call, on Zoom call, you're more than welcome to do that and ask us questions. That's what we're here for. Now, if you are a patron or you become a Patreon, please let Finn know when you do send your GG page in, because as Patreon, you can get yours bumped to the front of the line. Instead of waiting 3 to 4 weeks, you can have it up sooner rather than later. So we offer that service for any of our Patreons. So if you are a Patreon, please let them know when you do send your GG page. If you're not a Patreon and do become a Patreon, message Finn again and let him know, hey, I just became a Patreon and I like my roster review bumped up. The other thing too, as a Patreon, that we offer as our services, among a lot of other things, like workshops, things of that nature, is we hang out with our patrons, they get free access to everything. But when I'm doing mini roster reviews like I was doing yesterday and you're a Patreon, anytime that I'm doing live mini roster reviews as a Patreon, you get first crack. If you're a Patreon, you need to do Patreon, put in your ally code, what you need me to look at, and I will always be there to get you squared away. I will answer any question. Patreons are always priority over donations and other people just asking for me to look at their rosters. So if you haven't become a patron, think about coming to Patreon right now. Just go on our Patreon page, do it. There's a lot of great stuff we offer for our Patreons. And if you are really just overwhelmed with mods and you just don't know what to do...
What? Wait, there's more.
There's more. Ranger J 1999 modding services and remodding of your account. So I know a lot of you are overwhelmed with mods and don't know what to do. I will help you. I've had a lot of people ask. I've already done some people's accounts already. They're very, very happy with the results. So if you would like me to remod your account to any point, doesn't matter whether it's just 1 million GP or 5 million GP, it doesn't matter. I charge $15 for every 500k total GP. And then if you would like, while I'm remodding, you want to hang out with me, as long as you have something like Zoom, Skype, or Discord, just $20 more, we'll do a video call. And not only will I remod your stuff, but I'll kind of explain some stuff that I'm seeing to kind of help you out to get better. Because you know, a lot of modding services, they just remod your account, and then another month or two later, you have to redo it again. I kind of like you to learn a little bit to see how you can keep up on top of your mods, but I'll get rid of all your mods. I'll remod your teams. I'll do your arena team. I'll do all your GAC stuff. Whatever you need me to do, message me, RangerJ1999, in the Discord, and I will get you squared away. It's what I do. Even if you think your account's okay, but you want it to be better, maybe you're suffering in arena or your GAC, maybe you don't have the right teams, you just do not know what to do with your mods or things of that nature, just message me. We'll set up a time, work out a price, and we'll get you squared away. So there you go, RangerJ1999 modding services. Yeah, I know you didn't say anything. You've got me programmed to make sure I say it. So there you go. All right. So again, thank you. Thank you for letting us look at your roster. Thank you for the donation, Mr. Finley John. Let us get back into the game. It's time for questions. Question time.
Question time.
Let me get the questions going here, and then I'll get some.
Question time.
That's right. All right, let's see. We need July 30th. All right, let me get into the game real quick. And who is pinging me, man, in Discord? A lot of people are pinging me in Discord. God dang it. Well, dang it, Bobby. All right, let's see here.
Well, when you're popular.
I know. No, I don't want that. Get out of here. No events going on today. I did GOTB during the mini roster review, so we'll just do some GW with the Geonosians. Get in there, Geonosians. Go make something of yourself. Go attack. Go forth and attack. All right, first question from Revenator. Question: what questions will RSG be submitted to CG to answer during the Q&A tomorrow? I'm not submitting anything. Are you guys?
Not really. I mean, for me, I kind of lost my need to talk to CG when Carrie left.
Oh, stop it.
No, I mean, like...
You can still talk to CG, Graham. It's okay, buddy. We all miss Carrie, but you can still talk to them. Ziglet. Question: besides days, what would cause Wampa not to counter 6 times in a row? Well, it's not a guaranteed counter. I think it's, 50% on Wampa?
50% until they have a couple DOTs above their heads.
Right.
And it goes up.
Yeah. So until you get the DOTs and stuff going, it's only 50%. So if you've got a team that's clear and he's not countering as much, that's why. But once you get that going, that's when Wampa really takes off. But yeah, I've had that before. Like, Wampa, you didn't counter. Why didn't you counter it, buddy? But yeah, it's not 100% guaranteed crit or counter chance. So that's why you'll see. And that's just bad RNG, man. Good lord. Lady Pole Panda question: what type of mods should be on Naughty Basti and Juhani? Since I've apparently got 0 mods on Juhani. Juhani's just a tank. Just make her tanky like any other tank. You don't need anything else. Lots of health and protection. She's just there to cleanse the team. She does her AoE, but it's not going to hit hard. She's just there to be more of a nuisance and keep the other 3 members of the Carve team safe. So in case Dalbar's taunt goes away, then she taunts, and then you're like, damn it.
Yeah, I think with Juhani, you want protection more than health, because when she does her little stealth thing, she regens, 10% of her protection?
Yeah.
So
just tanky, so just make her very tanky and you'll be fine. Naughty Basti is speed, and more speed. With potency. I mean, the ideal set is a speed set with a potency set, and you want her above 300 speed, ideally. Once you get her gear 13 with a speed set, you get the additional 10 speed from that. So, that's the kind of what I'm running on her right now. But it's speed. You just want her going first, get that corrupted battle meditation going, and then you want Revan to get his shock going, so you can then have her do her shock that basically wipes the team. I've done it quite a lot when I've done battles. Let's see. Revenator question: if Ranger is surprised CLS couldn't survive the 3 thermal detonators, so how many thermal detonators can Ranger survive? Or is he protected from the blast by the Eternal Twins? Not going to answer that question. You're a very bad man. going to ignore that. Oh, let me do another battle here. I'll get another question. Bugs are going through battles too quickly. Brandon Kotu question: did anyone feel like the road ahead post was a bit underwhelming? I didn't think it was underwhelming. I don't think it blew my mind.
Concerning. That's what I find it. I mean,
I don't find it concerning at all. What's concerning about it?
It
didn't give a lot of information.
More exclusive gear that you have to farm for each character.
Well,
character.
Yeah, but I'm gonna hold judgment on that until I see it. You know, because I don't know what's it's gonna entail, right? And so until I can see what they mentioned, you know, these iconic pieces and stuff. Okay, what does that mean? What is it going to cost us? What is it going to, you know, if it's something outrageous, you know me, I'll rant, you know, but I'm going to wait and see what they do with it, right?
And the fact that it's like pretty much a Zeta for your character, because they said they'll add special abilities to your characters.
Sure.
So I don't know if I like that too
I
much.
want to know if it's too much, because we're overwhelmed. And I think, but it's not. It looked like it's not rolling out for a few months at the earliest. So I want to see where we get, because players are overwhelmed. If they add another piece like that to the player base, it could be problematic, because it's bad enough that we're trying to do what we need to do to get gear 13 and gear 12. You know, the more you add in gear, the more difficult you make it for people to want to play this game, because instead of doing stuff with their characters, they're farting around with gear and trying to get gear. And you know, I think we'll see what it does. I want to reserve judgment before I see what it is it's going to cost us to get like Luke's lightsaber or something like that.
Also, how much more overpowered is it going to make Darth Revan and Malik? You know, if they get more additional abilities, I mean, seriously, guys, as if the power creep wasn't high enough already.
But if it just adds, I mean, if it adds abilities that are ridiculous, then yeah, it could be it could be a huge problem. But we'll see. Let's see how it plays out. I don't want to just jump on like, oh, that's a horrible idea. I don't know yet. I got to see the stats of what they're going to do with them, how it's going to work, what's it's going to cost us. And then we can make a judgment then. But you know, we got light side GOTB coming. I'm excited for that, because I think the dark side GOTB, they've executed it pretty well. There's some bugs, with it, but no pun intended.
In multiple ways.
Yes, but but for all in all, it's a pretty solid event. It's challenging. It's actually, I like it. I like the GOTBs. They're very challenging. I like the dynamic of the different characters that you can face. It's not like Hoth, where, you know, Hoth is boring, but at least the GOTB, you don't know what you're going to get each from round to round, and the dynamic and the interaction between the AI, it's pretty solid. So I have to give TG a thumbs up on the GOTB. I'm looking forward to see what's going to be on the light side GOTB.
It will be really interesting. I mean, considering the transformation that the bugs have gone through the dark side TB, it does kind of lead to, well, who already in game is going to get the buff, you know, a major buff. Just wondering actually whether it'll be Jawas.
I don't know. I don't know.
No, I know, but
like
that kind of. Yeah, I mean, I'm expecting them to get it anyway, and they're already Jedi and Galactic Republic and whatnot, aren't they? All right, we can argue the Geos are separatists, but yeah, I mean, they could throw the Jawas into another faction, could they? Or even, yeah, I mean, I mean, that's just one option, isn't it? You know, but considering the Geos, I mean, the Geos got another toon to make a full squad of 5. So, yeah, all right, we already have 5 Jawas. We don't have many Tuskens, do we?
I don't know.
I'm just wondering, you know.
They could do something with Tuskens.
Yeah, I mean, it would make sense. They've got the synergy, so. You know, I mean, the whole thing about the Geos is the synergy that they have that gives them, you know, more than a sporting chance against these uber tenacious upper level clones and whatnot.
Miss is going off about the tenacity in GOTV. I think Finn made a really good point about that the other day, Miss, where he was talking about it's not so much the tenacity as 1,000%, it's the level of the characters. So they're able to resist, when you're facing 90 plus level and they're elites and stuff, and you're going in there with level 85, even at gear 13. It's a little ridiculous. It's a little ridiculous, but then again, just like with anything else, eventually we'll get caught up and then we'll beat it. MCMW1 and TI are both at 30 stars, pushing to 31. So eventually they're going to get to 33 stars. I think that the difference in level is what's causing the difficulty, not so much that they put like 1,000% tenacity. It's like, when you do World of Warcraft, you go and like, hey, this is a level 85 zone. What level are you? 80? Death. Oh, no. It's exactly, you live Ryan Pals, you live that high level zone, you're like, hey, I've never been here for death. Oh, no. Okay, I'm level 30, and this is a level 45 zone. Oh, no. They just one-shot you. Very much true, Ryan Pals. I remember those days. I think level 90 is on its way. Has to be, especially with Lightside TB. I think it may come then. So we'll see what happens. Our next question from Patrick Doc X. Question: y'all notice any guilds who historically did well in TB but now seem to be struggling since the movie mods patch fixed recently? I have not. But again, I don't track that stuff, so I don't know. I haven't followed like the progression of what certain guilds are doing in TW or stuff. Have you guys noticed anything like that? I mean, nobody here uses that or has ever used that, so I don't know. I mean, anything you noticed, Mikey, being in your MC guild?
No, nothing that really. I mean, what we're noticing is all the guilds that we're going up against are really hyper focused on TW.
Yeah.
Which is great because you want the challenge, don't you? I mean, it's lovely to just kind of like auto all the zones. Yay, we win, but you want something where it's going to like, oh, hang on a sec, let's stop. We need to think about this. This isn't straightforward.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where it comes down to the last hour and you're still, strategizing how we can beat these guys, Yeah,
I mean, that's sure. I mean, maybe I've got it wrong, but I mean, that seemed to be the intent from the start, to make it something challenging, something that, there's a thin line sometimes between fun and ordering a new phone, but that's the whole part of it, isn't it? I mean, there's so much of the game that you can sim now. Arena arenas need sorting. We either need the hybrid era to kick in or something, because just like, was it the first top 100 Darth Revan, the second top 100, second 100 are Jedi Knight Revan, and then you get the interesting squads afterwards.
All right. The fourth Hokage Minato says, question: did you get the game I got you, and when will you be streaming it? I'm getting my copy in today. No, because the PayPal you sent doesn't kick into the 31st or the 1st, I think. It's delayed. So if you do PayPal, I think you do it a certain way. It's like it will not, if you do like a certain transfer, it takes 3 to 5 business days. So no, I have not got it yet, Minato.
Which game?
The new Naruto one. So he wanted to play some of that. I thought, well, that'd be fun. I have not played a Naruto game in a while. So, Matt Bailey question: do you collect your daily rewards for Runa if you don't make any attacks? Yeah. You don't have to make attacks. This is wherever you finish. You still get your. Collect your daily rewards for Runa if you don't make any attacks. No, daily rewards. If you mean the rewards where you place an arena, then If that's what you mean, then you'll still get whatever. But if you mean like the daily
quest, or
the daily
mission,
quest, no, you will
won't.
not. You have to do 2 attacks.
You don't have to win.
You don't have to win. You just go in and forfeit, and then as long as you do attacks, you don't have to win, but you still have to make an attack.
But at the moment, GAC has got that. You've got the challenge of win 10 arena battles. So you're shooting yourself in the foot, not doing them.
Yeah, it's like Fleet Arena. I can't stand Fleet Arena, but I did those 10 bastards.
see, my
or 12, whatever it was.
Is just to put a woeful team that everyone will just absolutely mutter, free fall for quite a few spots, and then do a slow climb and get your wins that way. If you're at the on my alt, I really struggle. My alt can get to about 15th in fleet, and that's about it. So I had to free fall to stand any chance of getting those 5-10 wins or whatever were required.
All right.
But that's part of the strat, isn't it?
Yep. Dommy P question: the iconic gear sounds very similar to what they have in Heroes of Dragon Ages, their other mobile game. It could be. I don't know. You would know better than me. I don't play that game, so I don't know what you're referencing. So if it is, it is. But I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. We'll see. I don't know. Deadpool Kyle question: my guild is 201 million, and we ended up with 26 stars last go. I think the only thing to get us higher is more GP. How do you think we stand? I don't think it's more about GP as getting the extra attack. So there's 2 factors in there. It's like, where you're separatist, right? Are you able to do the missions that require the separatists, and can you get points in those, right? That's a big part of it, because there's a lot of points given out. For maybe you don't get 4 stars in there, but if you can get like 2 or 3 stars, that's like 500,000, 700,000.
Well, even
points.
If you only get 1 star,
it adds up. So that's a part of it, having the right teams, and then your GP will eventually play into it as you deploy, right? So GP will be a part of it, but you don't want to fluff your GP, because if you're not able to win those battles, that's where you're going to be shortchanged anyway. So you might as well take your time with your GP, get your separatists up. And get those, the special mission or the missions that require GOs or droids to use them in the battles, right? You have to be a certain level with them. So, so I mean, we're as a whole, my guild, we're all working on separatists. I've been working on separatists. We started off getting 26 stars our first GOTB. We got 28 last time. More and more of us are getting Brood Alpha and the Geo squared away. I was able to actually, even with Poggle lead, I got 3 out of 4. I got to the 4th round and then got crushed because my Geos are not quite there yet. But as I get them geared and ready to go, even more, then I should get 4 for 4 on that, and be able to use them in the Acolyte battle, things of that nature. So, and that adds up. So it's a combination of both. But if you work in those teams as a guild, your GP will naturally progress to where you're also adding additional GP on top with your characters. So yeah, I think it's a combination. John Davies question: did anyone get the 501st hint in the road ahead? Yes, I think everybody got that hint. Andrew Kopta. Hey Andrew, question: when are we going to get a neutral character? In Ranger, you don't have to eat it. If the bacon doesn't look like it traveled well tomorrow. What? Andrew, did you send me some more stuff? No, seriously, Andrew, I need to know, because you always shock me with your that package. And if you guys don't know, Andrew sent me the most incredible package I've ever received. It was this gigantic box. I don't know what the hell it was. And I got this box about there. Yeah, another outage nearby. Son of a bitch. Alright, let's see if we can be stable a little bit here. Should be coming back. Looks green.
Oh, we're back.
Yep, we should be back. Alright, so everybody wants to know that what was in the box. But yes, in the box. Yeah, sorry about that. There was a spike. It wasn't us. It was something going on with either YouTube or something. I don't know what that was. So, but yes, for those that want to know that what was in the box, Andrew, being the kind gentleman that he is, sent me 2 giant bottles of bourbon. No, Finn, It was a big giant bottle of Maker's Mark, and then it was a big giant bottle of Wolford's. He also sent me some Memphis State stuff, so I had a T-shirt that said Memphis State, which I will wear. No, fan, stop it. And then what else? There's some Star Wars stuff. I got like a Yoda cup. Then I got behind me some of the little plastic figurines and stuff, Star Wars stuff. So it was a fun little package that he sent me, and I very much appreciate it. So anytime Andrew's on, I always I'm very grateful and thankful. But if he sent me bacon, man, I don't know. I mean, he said. He says, I don't have to eat if the bacon doesn't look like it traveled well tomorrow. Well, that worries me. But, if it's beef jerky kind of state, I'll eat it. I've eaten all kinds of awful stuff before. Neutral characters, I think we've talked about this, that we heard from the interview with Carrie that that they were kind of looking at doing a balanced rev, and that's why we had the neutral tag. But they haven't really done anything with it since. Maybe one day they'll use something for the character like Revan, some of these other characters. So
originally, remember we were talking about we thought that they were we're buffering again.
It's not us. If that's buffering, that is definitely not us. So I'm looking at it right now. It's not buffering or frozen for me. So I've got the stream up right now. I'm watching that.
But originally we were thinking that it was going to be like they were gonna do that for the bounty hunters or something,
Yeah.
So we'll have to see. I mean, of course, it might just be like a lot of the other stuff in the game that are still in the data files that they never used, like Newt's capital ship, Anakin's twin engine, Jedi interceptor, stuff like that.
All right. Let's see. Any other questions? Last one from NR Wilson. Question: for the GAC defense, took out Poggle and added Dooku. What do you think? I like it a lot. I think Dooku adds a lot to a team. With my Grievous team, I use Nuke Gunray, so that's a great thing about Separatists. You can kind of mix and match. Just say, like, if you have a weaker, like, Geonosian, you want to use one of your higher level characters, like a Dooku or Nuke Gunray. They fit perfectly on that team. They really do. So I like it. I like it a lot. I think it's it's definitely a solid play. All right. So that's the last question. So what we are going to do now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, is we are going to get ready for GAC. So give me about, 1:30. We'll shoot for 1:30 p.m. I have to set the event up. So if you're subscribed, you should get the notification. You're supposed to get the notification from YouTube, but no promises. But we'll get that set up, and then we will do our GAC. So we're going to do that on YouTube. I've mixed and matched it here. Once in a while, I will bring GAC over to YouTube. So we will do that on YouTube today here at 1:30 p.m. Eastern. It's in about 24 or 23 minutes. So do me a favor if you're watching this right now. Give us a thumbs up on the video. Subscribe so you can get those notifications of when we are streaming, things of that nature. And yeah, so we'll get that set up. We'll get ready to rock and roll. If you haven't become a Patreon, think about it. Offer a lot of great services for our Patreons. What else? What else am I missing? Patreon, Twitch. Follow us and subscribe to us on Twitch. And then Ray Rock's the stream back on yet? It's been back. Poor Ray Rock. So yeah, we're back. There was a little boop. What else? Check out the Patreon. If you want to skip all that stuff, you just like to support the channel, we've got the PayPal set up for the RSG stream on YouTube. We've got the Amazon wish list. There's some fun things that you guys can get us. Everybody's got a wish list there. Fun little stuff that people like to get us. We started this a long time ago, and I said, you need a wish list. And I go, well, no, I don't. So, yes, you do. Okay, I'm starting a wish list. So there's fun little stuff on there. So that's all the side stuff. And then if you would like your account remodded, just check out Ranger J 1999 in the Discord. You've seen this screen, and we will make it happen. So just message me, and we'll get you squared away. All right, let's get ready for some GAC. On behalf of myself and the crew, thank you for joining us for our lunch stream today. Let's get ready for some GAC fun. We'll see you in a little bit. Peace.
Bye.